Alright, this is coding lab 6, final coding lab. I'll run this, try to collect all three of these before I get got. Alright, so you see if we collect all three clarinets, it resets, and I got blocked. Try it again. Alright, now I'm gonna try to collect one and then die 3 times so I can show you the score resets, the lives reset correctly. Alright, reset correctly, but I'm stuck again. So, for the code, here's the initialization stuff, your starting values, lives equals 3, score is 0. It's like your starting points, grid size, all that good stuff. Enemy positions, we added an if, so the enemies wouldn't spawn on top of each other. So they'd start in empty cells that weren't occupied by barriers. Same thing for the treasures. We add this if here and here. Treasure 1 spawns. Treasure 2 checks to see if it's on top of treasure 1, and if it is, it moves. Same thing with 3. It checks to see if it's on top of 2 or 3, and if it, or sorry, 1 and 2, and if it is, it moves. This is just setting the row and column of the treasure equal to 2, so we can differentiate between the barriers and the treasures when we move into them. We set them equal to true because our picture being displayed to the screen is based on the treasures evaluating as true, and then when they get picked up, they evaluate to false and they move off the screen. They disappear. These are just the images loading in. This is the main loop. Same thing. It just initializes everything. Went over this stuff. Yeah, went over that. Okay, so this these functions right here. This guy grabs the player min and max x and y values, and then this is the same thing for enemy 1, same thing for enemy 2. It's grabbing the min and max x and y values for both of those, and then we're just comparing here in the if statement, saying like if the player x min or max is between enemy min or max, and same thing for the y values over here. And same thing for enemy 2 down here. Basically, it's just detecting collision on any front between the player and the enemy, and it's going to increment your life, -1 life when you run into them, and it resets your position to the top left of the screen, restarts you at the beginning. This row and column, we are getting the player row and column positions for each corner. So like this one, it's going to be top left, and so on, where this, let's see, xi, so this would be top right, this would be bottom left, and then this is bottom right. And then we have checks equaling the player's location, or row and column, and we're saying like if grid row and column equals 2, or grid column 1 row 1 equals 2. Basically checking to see like if the player position equals 2, then we know we've run into a treasure, but we have to check to see if which treasure. So we say if check equals treasure cell 1 or 2 or 3, and then you're going to evaluate it to false. Let's say it's treasure 1. Treasure 1's going to evaluate to false, so the image disappears from the screen, and then this row and column of the treasure is going to be reset to 0 instead of 2. So after it disappears and you keep moving, it won't add to your score even though the treasure's not there anymore. And then, so that'll increment your score if you run into one. And then if score equals 3, the top of the game, instead of run Squidward run, it will display press any arrow key to continue. This is just a text for score and lives being displayed on the screen. This is all that stuff handled there. And then this is just the images being displayed. So like if treasure cell 1, or treasure 1, sorry, equals true, like if true, display the image for the treasure. This is like same thing for treasure 2 and treasure 3. And that's pretty much everything. Everything else is functions we've done before. Yeah, I think that's it.